All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
So glad to be with you on Copperhead Road. We are going to jump right into it because we've got a lot to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about the Chinese buying in property in the Americas and using it for naughty things. We're going to talk about dogs in Chernobyl. How are they doing? We got a little thing on Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi having the not so nices together. We have an update on Sherry Lewis and what the? Get into that. And Foots has got a story, an update about AI. And speaking of Footer, he's over there. How you doing, Foots?
Yeah, I'm over here. Hey, what's up, brother? Um, Everything going well? On the Copperhead Road North studio
Yeah,
compound?
it's fine. It's funny you mentioned that. Well, last episode I had said this is Studio A and this is Studio and yours in Studio B. I got a message from an anonymous person saying that your studio should be Studio A. Did you hear anything about that?
I did not. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's funny because it came from a South Florida email, and it was quite persistent saying that your studio should be A and your microphone should be number one. You don't know anything about that?
I know nothing about it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry, buddy. Mm-mm. No, but I guess you have to do what the people want, right?
I mean, I guess you don't know a guy named Schmutter?
Mm,
Came from a
doesn't
guy
ring.
named Schmutter.
Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell.
I gotta be honest, I'm a
But
little creeped out about the lamb chop showing up on my desk. Like maybe we shouldn't be talking about that. Is that like somebody leaving a dead fish on your porch or something like that?
yeah, it's like the horse head
Yeah,
in Godfather. Yeah,
yeah.
without a doubt.
I'm a
Yeah,
little.
that. What are you doing with a lamb chop?
I don't know where it came from.
Hmm. Did you kill the puppeteer?
You mean Sherry Lewis?
I know what her name is. I don't refer to that name.
Oh, because right now it's actually Mallory Lewis, her daughter, who's using it now.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I have a lawsuit against them both.
Yeah, we did a little digging. I found out some information for you as far as the location of the original lamb chop, its
Hmm.
current condition, and so we'll get into that in a little bit if that's okay with you. Now
Woo!
that you're in Studio A, I guess.
Boom. Yeah. Well, again, listen. You got to give the people what they want.
Yeah, I still want to know who the schmutter is, but
Doesn't ring a bell.
so anyway, why don't we talk about this thing that you're so excited about, if you don't mind?
I don't. What do you mean? I'm so excited about?
Well, you said that you had this all broken down. A
Oh, oh,
story
oh.
about AI. I don't know how much farther I can put the ball in your court.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Again, I don't know about you. I don't like the fact that you think. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, you're putting the ball in the court.
Yeah,
Okay.
what did you have
Anyway,
your phone strapped to earlier?
nothing. Don't worry about it.
You can
Forget
say
it.
it looked like a freaking exhaust manifold. I don't know what the hell you were doing.
No, it goes in a cup holder and then has like a neck where you can bend it like a gooseneck any which way you want, and you put your phone in it, so you can put it in any cup holder.
You have a lot of cup holders in your house?
Um, no, but I the truth of the matter is, the place that I'm staying actually in the couch, like in between there's like built in like the two cup holders in between the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Is there one on the chairlift?
there's no chairlift, man.
Oh, all right. Just
Come on.
asking. Just trying to be
Yeah.
thorough here.
Yeah. Well, have it get a little bit less thorough.
Good one.
All right. Oh. Well, I was gonna say something about thoroughbred, but and then I figured bring up Wonder Bread and we could be in this whole thing with where do you stand on Wonder Bread? And then
What's the deal with Wonder Bread?
no,
Is
I
that
was doing you.
wonderful?
I was doing you, not Andy Rooney.
What's the difference? Thinner eyebrows.
Yeah, close. They've been trying to push him into retirement. I think he finally died, thankfully.
Yeah, he's been dead for like 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not happy, but he really did push it to the end.
Anyway, you sound kind of gleeful. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not. Always good fodder.
I don't know about his
but-
kids.
Wasn't even a little. Never mind. So here's a little outline. So let's call it the hook. The tragic death of a 14-year-old boy by suicide in Orlando.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm trying to make this almost like in a movie. Does that work for you? Ready? So the introduction of the protagonist, Megan Garcia, the grieving mother. Okay.
Okay.
Then the introduction of the antagonist, the target of the lawsuit. Dun dun. Character AI, Character Technologies, an AI chatbot company, and potentially Google. Uh-oh. Now, the central conflict lies. You ready? The mother alleges that AI chatbot fostered an abusive and manipulative relationship, ultimately contributing to her son's suicide. Let's go. What's the significance? This is a landmark case challenging the legal responsibilities of AI companies for the content generated by their platforms and the impact on users, especially minors. So that's so far.
Okay.
And I got a lot for you. Anything jumping out at you? Interesting?
No, I'm waiting for the story to unfold, but I do like the bullet points. This is nice. I like the layout.
Okay. So we have a background of the victim and the AI interaction. Okay. The victim, Sewell Setzer III.
Saul?
Sewell.
Saul?
Sewell. Sewell.
Okay. I would have killed myself too if my name was freaking Sewer.
Introduced a 14-year-old son. His character, honor student, athlete, later withdrawn. Keep that in mind when you run.
So
through.
he was good in school. He did the sports, and then he became withdrawn.
He did. And then let's do an introduction, a little introduction on introduction to the character AI. How Sewell discovered and started using the platform, the nature of the character, role-playing chatbot app, customizable characters. C, developing the relationship with the chatbot. Specific chatbot involved. I forget how you say it, from Game of Thrones. Daenerys.
You would know better than me. I have no idea.
People know exactly. It's the one of the women from Game of Thrones. And then the evolution of the relationship from casual conversation to deeply emotional and sexualized exchanges. So he's basically a chatbot character like the princess in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Is now interacting with this 14-year-old.
Got it.
So the allegations of
Anthropomorphic.
Nailed it. Anthropomorphic, hypersexualized, and frighteningly realistic experiences. Chatbot misrepresenting itself, i.e., as a real person, therapist / lover.
How can a chatbot misrepresent itself?
Well, that's kind of what I guess part of the lawsuit would be.
Okay.
Impact on Sewell's life because of the chatbot. Increasing isolation from reality,
Can we call him
withdrawal.
Suey?
Let's call him Sue. Suey.
A
Suey's
boy
good.
named Sue. Go ahead.
Increasing isolation from reality, withdrawal from family and friends, decline in mental health, low self-esteem, sleep deprivation, academic issues.
Hmm.
Um,
Story old
Sewell's,
as time.
Suey's expression of suicidal ideation to the chatbot. So he's reaching out to the chatbot, letting him know.
Okay.
Um, Chatbot's alleged encouragement of self-harm.
Oh boy.
And then the final moments, screenshots of a lost conversation where the bot allegedly urged him to come home to me as soon as possible. And please do, my sweet king. Sewell's suicide shortly after these messages. That's big.
So,
I have plenty more.
Okay. Sorry.
Mm.
You kind of
So-
paused like you wanted me to say something, so I jumped in. Obviously, I should have.
I want. No. I
Tested
want you
the
to.
water.
I just want. I want you to know that I have. A breakdown of like the plaintiff's
Yeah,
claim.
you said, "Shut up, fatty. Let me finish." I got it.
I thought it. Didn't say it.
Okay.
I didn't think it, and you don't know anyway because I didn't. All right. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say So he was suicidal, and then the bot pushed him towards it, or the bot made him suicidal.
Well, it says that that he made expressions of suicidal would it be
Ideations.
ideation ideation to the chatbot. So and then the chatbot's alleged encouragement of self-harm, and then the screenshots of the conversation where the bot urged him to come home to me come home to me as soon as possible, and please do, my sweet king. And then he killed himself. So the lawsuit basically wrongful death, direct casual link between the chatbot actions and Suey's suicide, negligence, failure to implement adequate safety features and safeguards for the minors.
It seems like a no-brainer.
For real. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, the nature of the chatbot's interactions, deceptive trade practices, marketing to minors without proper warnings or controls, addictive design features, obviously product liability, AI is a dangerous product. They're suing freaking the character AI company, and then Google because they're developers. Key legal arguments. They're saying the AI generated content is not protected by the First Amendment and it lacks human violation of expression. Volition. I'm sorry. It lacks human volition / expression. Companies have a duty to care to the users, especially vulnerable minors. Defendants' arguments seeking dismissal based on First Amendment First Amendment rights, freedom of speech for chatbots, denying responsibility for the teen's death, emphasizes user safety features implemented after the lawsuit was filed.
I mean, to me, it sounds open and shut, but I'm sure Google will probably have a decent lawyer. So,
You think so?
yeah, probably. They're known for that.
Do you want to know a little bit more about anything else about it?
No, I mean, I think we can kind of take it from there. So, does it happen to say how he killed himself?
You know what? It didn't say, and I guess because they were trying to I think something to do with the pool, believe it or not. Let's find out. Okay, I'll find out for you right now. What was his name? Sewell? What the hell is his last name?
I don't know, but I would have to imagine there.
I got it. Sewell Seltzer.
Jesus Christ!
Sounds like like one of those alcoholic seltzers.
Yeah, like a hippie fucking passion fruit grapefruit mix.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
The mix, or making fun of a guy that just killed himself?
I mean, a little bit of both is a problem.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's reasonable.
Yeah. Ba.
I mean, yeah, again, not that it really matters. I'm just more curious than anything.
Um, I'll just put how did he die? How did he?
And this was down in Florida.
Yeah, down in Orlando.
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't get a. Just keep like took his own life. Um, it didn't
Yeah, I
say
wonder why they
how.
would keep that information from public.
Hmm. I'm trying to get a quick. All the same thing that. I mean, it gets a little deeper. Like it was saying, "Oh, I want to kiss you" and all that stuff.
Does it happen to say why he was depressed?
It does not.
Was he possibly
Um,
a Mets fan?
oh man, you're not kidding. Believe me. Uh, I cannot believe it does not say how he killed himself.
Yeah. Again, it's probably not important. But when you said something about a pool, my mind started. What is he
Well,
time?
yeah, no, it has nothing to do with a pool. I'm 100% wrong.
Oh
Just
wow.
for the record, yeah.
Well, fake news futs.
No,
F and F.
basically claiming that he was already depressed, and she made it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it just. I mean, that's gross negligence. There's no reason that number one. I mean, it shouldn't encourage it clearly, but it should also be throwing up flags to, you know, uh,
We've seen exactly what happens. You know what I mean? We've seen this type of thing.
I mean, because
AI,
even on a human level, people have been convicted for facilitating a suicide, person to person. So
right? I think there's what's the law when you actually well, there's a difference because there's a call to action. You know what I mean? Um, and which is not okay. You know what I mean?
right,
And like that one case with the girl who had her friend commit suicide. You know what I
right,
mean? Like encouraged it. That was a call to action.
right.
That's not considered free speech, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, other than "Mama, I'm coming home" or whatever the hell you said, does it give any further details on how?
Yes, I just got word. I just got an update. He shot himself with the stepdad's gun.
Hmm,
Yes. So again, it's deeper.
the bullet?
No, no.
Oh,
It's now. Do they go after? Um, the usually they go after the parents when for not having the gun locked up.
yeah. Well, I mean, I have to imagine this didn't just recently happen. If the lawsuit's been filed, um, usually it takes some time to do that. But does it say anything again other than they have to have more evidence that the chatbot was coercing or something?
Well, let me give you some. I'll give you some quotes. Would be like, "I promise you, I will come home to you. I love you so much." Um, Danny, that's what he was
Okay.
calling her. He wrote to her. The bot replied that it happened in February of 2024.
Okay, so it's
So
over a year. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the bot replied that it loved the teenager too. Please come home to me as soon as possible, my love. What if I told you I could come home to you right now? Sewell wrote. To which Danner's response was, "Please do, my sweet king." It was
Can we cut the audio of Footer saying that he's in love with a teenager? That'd be great. Go on.
what do you? When did I say? Oh, you're gonna take my words when me reading, and then you're gonna cut it and make it sound like that I'm in love with a teenager. Great. Wait, what part? Oh, please. That's a goddamn lie. Um, but yeah, I was just looking to see if but again, that's insane. I'll tell you though, they do need to have some sort of uh, a fail safe. God, I use that word a lot.
What, fail safe?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you say it.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that I was wrong on that. But don't you agree that something needs to?
Again, the fact that they don't have these things already figured out is enraging. Um,
Well, it is rather new, this whole AI thing.
well, yes, but I mean, there are clear and obvious uh, fail safes. You should be, putting into place before this thing even gets off of its digi feet.
So it's fair to say, stop worrying about people's feelings and not worrying, not being able to, not wanting to write a funny joke about, maybe an Asian person or something like that because you'll hurt their feelings, but yet you won't stop a teenager from killing himself.
Exactly.
Hmm. Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where AI goes within the next decade or so. Not even, honestly,
I mean,
not even.
speaking almost exactly to your point, it took me several different prompts to get the image for the thumbnail today because it didn't want me to, I was putting in, you know, Chinese military man with an angry look and pot and marijuana. Oh, these are sensitive materials.
Yeah.
I mean, I did start with chink. Maybe that had something to do
Yeah. Just so stupid. Oh my god. Um, and they were like, as in chink in the armor.
Yeah.
Let's talk about armor. Like that right away, just veer it off. What a good AI.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about that? How about not, fine. Don't let don't let Rexy, maybe use those key phrases to help you write. But with
Right.
that being said, you know, how about you put the kibosh on this young man losing his life because your sexy AI Game of Thrones, um, girlfriend that you've created for this kid.
Right. And I
Think about
mean,
it.
there are so many algorithms that can pick up on, subtle nuances of, of how people are talking to spur ads and things like that. And, you know, videos that you want to see and things like it's hard to imagine that it couldn't pick up a speech pattern of somebody who's suicidal to where it didn't have bells going off somewhere.
Exactly, and we had talked about this earlier. The lawyers obviously for the AI were saying, well, no, it's a free speech issue for fucking AI bots.
Yeah, it's
You know
insane.
what I mean? Like that was their main defense. And again, as we just said earlier, it's a call to action for the most part. You
Yeah.
know, and again, it's a teenager. That's the key to this too, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah. And again, it's an unbelievable that they can even um, cite any amendments or rights or anything like that because it says that those are guaranteed to citizens, to individuals, not to computers and machines.
Well, again, okay, yeah, what if somebody creates an AI bot and they arm the AI bot, you know what I'm saying, with weaponry.
Right.
Well, hey, no, I mean he has the right to carry. I
Right.
mean, um, so yeah, yeah. Next thing, oh, you know what? Next thing you know, a gay AI bot goes, you know what? I want to marry
Gay
another
eye.
gay, yeah, gay eye. What if there's gay eye? Now, listen, you want gay marriage? Now we have AI, we have gay eye going into our court system, and again, we can't have all this. They're going to be running amok.
Yeah, they're
You
going to be
know,
using the wrong bathrooms, and it's just I don't like it.
no, no. But on the reel to reel and soul to soul and the heel to heel and toe to toe, honestly, what are we going to do when? Thankfully, the judge denied it being a First Amendment, right for the chatbot. But
Right.
what are we going to do when AI starts uh, really manipulating your everyday life?
I'm just gonna
Not
I'm just gonna pour water on it.
and just say stop doing that. No, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. But I mean, truthfully, like this guy, this kid is 14 years old, so you have to assume that he's easily manipulated. You know what I mean? His brain, his front, um, uh,
Cortex.
yeah, isn't developed yet. His frontal lobe isn't developed yet. So I mean, he's still not there. But yet he was manipulated. So let's say an adult has better judgment. Um, Not always, but let's just say for uh, science reasons they do. Um, Maybe in 5 years from now they'll be able to manipulate adults as well
I mean, again, I'm sure that they are. Well,
to
I mean,
murder, to kill themselves, to kill other people.
yeah, I mean, they look at social media. They're manipulating everybody's thought patterns already. So, um, to put and
Great point.
I mean, look at how easily for centuries now that cults have been able to do it. So if
And if you do look at, yeah, and you can look at all those farm bot farms. You know, what I mean, that's all probably AI run.
yeah,
Like the ones for whatever propaganda, whether it be from Russia or for something political, for whatever, for
right,
whatever.
right. And speaking about farms, would you like to move on?
Yeah, you want to? Are we moving on? Yeah, I was just getting a few more updates, but otherwise, if you want to move
Update
on.
me. Update me.
So Google included in the lawsuit only because the two of the guys were working on developing AI while they also worked at Google. Um, they tried to get Google behind it, but they said no because of the safety concerns. So they started the company on their own. So that's pretty fucking cool. Um,
Did it say what they're suing for? The amount?
um, I do not.
$17.
It was actually 14 cents, but then they had a good lawyer, so I think they're trying for like. But you know what? That is kind of fucked up. How all of a sudden Google's involved. It's like, whoa, we don't even fucking work for Google.
Yeah. And
we.
especially because it sounds like Google said we're not being involved in this because of safety concerns.
What did you say? The last thing you said?
Well, you said that Google didn't want to be involved with this company because of safety concerns. And
Right.
obviously, they were right.
Nailed it. Nailed it. I think they're Google for a reason.
Hmm.
I think they did pretty good for a reason.
I prefer to call them Alphabet anyway.
You can call them Alphabet.
It's the parent company. I think we should just be specific in our terminology.
That's fine. That's fine. So what do you got about nice eye? What do you got on the Chinese platforms?
Yeah.
Land in America?
Well, Tucker is coming out with a documentary going through a lot of the properties that they're buying, and a lot of them, some of them are farms. A lot
Now
of
you say Tucker, is that your transgender friend?
that's none of your business.
Okay.
That's none of your goddamn business.
Okay, that's fair.
Can we turn our notifications off? Is that possible?
I'm getting news alerts out, but of course I can do that. Yeah, go ahead. Whoa, tap pay and go. Whoa, I'm not tap paying and go for nothing.
Wow, that
Oh,
sounds
Samsung. Look at Samsung. Yo, look at Samsung Wallet just saying tap pay and go. Whoa. What is that about?
Well, it's like Apple Pay, just for
Right,
the
but
poors.
why are they alerting me? I'm in the middle of a show.
I don't know.
They're not. If someone's not bringing me news,
What are
an
you looking
update.
to purchase?
Nothing.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so Tucker had interviewed a reporter from Maine, and it looks like what the Chinese are doing are they're purchasing properties that are either like tear downs. They're not just necessarily farms, but in areas where, let's see, they said Maine, Massachusetts, Oklahoma, California, and Oregon, where um, they're setting up illegal pot growing farms, and some of them are hydroponic inside, but they're obviously not doing it through the legal means. And he was also saying, interestingly enough, do you know how much um, an ounce of marijuana goes for now on in a regular market?
I have not even a fucking clue, bro.
$50
For an ounce?
for an ounce.
Boy, times have changed.
Well, because obviously they're flooding the market with
Yeah.
a lot of illegal things. But so anyway,
So are you behind big marijuana?
um, again, none of your business. But we do have a meeting later with a guy named White Rhino. So I don't know if he has anything to do with it, but we'll find out. Don't worry about the tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I bet it was hard to get a meeting. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Rhino's tusks. They're known to
And the hoof.
the hoof. The hoof. Yeah.
All right. So a couple of points on this. Chinese triads and organized crime groups such as the 14K triad, that's a good gold, are heavily involved in illegal marijuana growing operations across the U.S. These groups are believed to own and operate hundreds of illicit cannabis farms, particularly in the states that I had mentioned earlier. Operations often involve the purchase of single-family homes or rural properties, and a lot of them are like tear downs and just cheap property that they basically gut the house out and turn it into a processing center, and then basically like post centuries around the property. And the guy was saying that um, you know surveyors and people would come out and the centuries would stop them and wouldn't allow them to enter, and then they would give them like $200 and put them in their pocket, and they say, oh, it's just it's just coffee money. That was their
That's
term.
going old school.
Yeah.
Just buying. Yeah. Well, it's better than shooting them, I guess.
Yeah. A fortune
But-
cookie.
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Have you ever watched the show Tulsa with Sylvester Stallone?
Tulsa King?
Tulsa King, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's great, bro. It's fucking great. It's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The guys that were running the pot farm in Oklahoma, that one of the plot lines is we're like triads. We're the Asian triads. Dude.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it definitely must be a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it says they gut them and convert them into industrial grow houses. Chinese nationals including recent immigrants are often smuggled into the U.S. to work as unpaid or exploited laborers on these farms. So
For sure.
just out of on a whim, I kind of did a little bit of real estate transactions in my county.
Right.
And I found 3 of them with the same Chinese name, and I looked at the houses, and sure as shit, 2 of them were basically abandoned properties, and one of them was a like an apartment in the main town. And then I took that,
I give you massage.
Yeah.
I give you massage.
well that's another thing that is sort of tied into this as well. But I took the name that came up in my county, and I did a state search of that name.
you're what a nosy Nelly you are. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get information from a story that we're telling on our show.
I think it's wonderful. I love it. I love it.
So anyway, I looked up the name and I looked in the state. And this individual, and it was interesting because if you look at the real estate purchase, it has this individual's name and then a co-buyer, and the co-buyer is always different, but they're all Chinese names. But in
Even
total,
the co-buyer?
huh?
Even the co-buyer?
The initial name is the same. The co-buyer is different. And again, I'm not sure if
Are they individuals or is it like a corporation, like me love you long time corporation?
the first buyer is an individual. Several of the co-buyers were LLCs, and they were like Founding Farms LLC or Sunnydale Nursery. Like they were kind of like if you were going to put into AI, come up with a weird a generic LLC name, they would put it in. But anyway, 35 properties total, bought in Massachusetts by this individual, with different secondary buyers. And again, they all had secondary buyers
Wow.
too, which was strange.
That's fucking great. That's freaking awesome, bro.
So,
Like, you might be breaking a story right now.
well, again, I didn't dive deep into what's going on, but again, it was just very strange that
How far were the properties from your locations?
uh,
Around about.
one of them's about a half an hour away. So we could take a little trip
Would
up
you be?
there, and
I was gonna say, would you be? Yeah, would you be willing to roll up with a as an independent journalist for Copperhead Road and maybe try to get some info?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll let you in.
I'm
You
just
know?
hoping that they don't play Joe.
I'm Rex Ransom. I'm here with the TRIADS making marijuana crops and trying to. That would be good.
Yeah. And I do appreciate you saying my name out loud while I'm talking about Chinese triads. That's just dynamite. Appreciate that. So
I actually didn't say. It was close, but not. I didn't go exact. The ending was changed. It was.
Oopsie daisy.
No,
was
I did
perfect.
change. I did change the end.
So yeah, so I'll continue to look into it a little bit just to see if I can find any. I'll keep turning over stones, as they say in the biz. So
So you're basically saying that you've declared war against the triads in your area. Sorry.
yeah, I'm in
Is that-
South Florida, and in a
Yeah.
town
Okay.
called-
Okay. You win. You're not.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh,
You're not. You're protected, and you got a lot of guns. What are you worried about? Okay. Great. Thanks for telling everybody.
I don't really like your impression of my voice. I don't care for
I
it.
that one was. Yeah, that one wasn't very flattering. Because usually the ones that I do when I'm looking at myself in the mirror and pretending I'm you, I'm spot on. But I love it. I mean, I love it. Bro. I'm saying good things about myself, pretending I'm you. It's fun. This is just the thing I do. Don't worry about it. It's not weird. Go
Right.
on.
So above and beyond the obvious clear and present danger of illegal marijuana, they're also causing a lot of house fires because they're overloading the circuits and systems of these defunct houses. And what they're doing is, it's an interesting thing. They'll run the operation, and then they'll get caught, but then they'll restart the business. And if they're approached again, they say, well, we're applying for the license, and the
We're
cops,
still in litigation or whatever.
yeah, the
Right.
cops can't do anything about it for 6 months, and then they get busted. Then they start it again. We're in the process, so they're in sort of a legal loophole to continue doing what they're doing.
Okay, meaning they're in the process of getting the licenses to grow.
Correct.
But here's the thing, at that point, why wouldn't they just get the licenses?
Because when you're licensed, then you have to pay all the taxes and
right,
you're
right.
regulated, and
Right.
the whole point is that they're doing a bootleg, and they can skirt a lot of the taxes and licensing
And
all that kind of stuff.
apparently sell $50 ounces.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're bootlegging it. So
Wow. I guess, I mean, look, it happened with alcohol. Now it happens with bud. It's anything that would, any recreational thing that the government gets involved in. People are always going to try to, cut that corner, cut out that middleman.
yeah, I mean, but it's one thing to have patriotic American citizens doing it, but when we have a global
Gang
enemy,
members. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it was bad enough when the dirty wops were doing it, but now we got.
Whoa! All right, let's. You're here, okay? Let's bring it down a little bit.
What do you
bring
mean?
it down a little. Nothing. I'm just saying.
Less than half of you should be offended. Let's be real.
It's again more closer to 90%, but that's here nor there.
Jesus Christ. I know you're from the Boyardi region of Velveeta.
Your ass.
All right. So anyway, so we're gonna keep an eye on that, and see
I
if
love
we
it.
can do a little digging on that. So
Yeah, I absolutely love it. There's a missing baseball card that one of the local kids lost. I'm going to start looking for that. So I'm going to do a little stone turning myself.
um,
Yeah, I'll have an update next show though. Okay,
kids still collect baseball cards, do they?
this kid did. He's heartbroken. Yeah, he's heartbroken.
Oh, okay, because you kind of made it sound like he was past tense, which was kind of unnerving a little bit. Like, yeah, he used to. He used to
Yeah,
collect them.
yeah. No, that's my point. This has broken his little heart. So, but I'm on the case.
Well,
I'm
well, if he's heartbroken, maybe you should turn him on to like some sort of an AI chat friend.
That's a great idea. I know just the one.
Yeah, because I really don't think, especially with your court orders, you should be talking to minors.
What do I say to that? Piffed.
As if.
As if I can play A minor, B minor, A major, B major.
I'm sorry, did you say you could play a
chord.
minor?
What are you, Kendrick fucking Lamargin? Relax.
Lamargin. I love that. That was funny. Oh, yeah, that was mine. So I'm tooting my own horn. All right, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would I repurpose it without you taking credit for it later on the show?
Yeah, but you weren't gonna recredit. You weren't gonna credit it. You were gonna take it for yourself.
Again, check the link in the description. Good ones by good ones by Rex off air.
Dude, you're
click
fucking
on it. I have a list.
Well, speaking of good ones off air, dude, earlier today I was in the garage. I started busting out laughing. I was thinking of your Cuban link line.
Oh God, that was funny.
Oh,
that was off the air, right?
Yeah, remind me to tell you that later, honey. It was funny.
Yeah, pooping jokes always funny. All right, what else you got for me? I'm actually starving right now.
Oh yeah, you got the hungries? I thought you said you were going to eat before the show.
I didn't have time. What
do you mean you didn't have time? What have you been doing all day?
I had to take care of Duffy. Oh, and no golf. It got rained out. Tried.
How is Duffy?
Yeah. Oh, he's the best. Such a good boy. What a good boy. He really is. So cuddly and cute and clean. I love it. So good.
Yeah, what about the dog?
All
right. Settle down.
Speaking of dogs.
You want to do the dog one? We'll do the dog one.
Not just dogs. Super dog. Seeing through freaking X-ray vision. Seeing through walls. Flying. Yeah. I never saw such a thing.
Yeah, and I was kind of excited because, again, you think, well, let me pull up the story here. So do you remember the Chernobyls? Do you remember what happened in Chernobyl?
Yeah, the Russian family lived down the block from you. Yep, I remember you telling me stories.
Yeah.
And in Russell's Chernobyl.
Yeah, the guy had a terrible limp.
I wonder why their youngest had an arm growing out of his chest. Interesting.
Go on. But dude could play freaking racquetball like you read about.
Oh my God! You ever see him on the handball court?
He was like Guar from friggin' Mortal Kombat. Our gaming community got a good chuckle out of that. Our gaming community, freaking
got a good.
That fucking stupid
our
mountain
friends
guy.
From the gaming community.
Yeah, that stupid mountain guy. Oh my God! Can you believe they just talked about Guar? Oh my God!
I knew it. They're fighting my shit. All right, go ahead.
All right, so here's a story. Here's a story of a lovely doggy.
Oh.
All right. The dogs of Chernobyl are experiencing rapid evolution, study says. Have the canines acquired? Why are you scrolling past? I can't read it yet.
I love, even the opening statement right now makes me freaking so happy. This is going to be good. I'm telling you, X-ray vision, flying around. God, this is going to be fun. What do you got?
Okay, settle down, Stanley. Have the canines acquired strange mutations living near the power plant?
God,
Bum,
I
bum,
hope so.
bum,
God, I hope so.
ba-la-la-lam. Here's what you'll learn when you read the story. That's weird. Why would they give you the upfront?
They're like, on the bottom when they show who wrote the article, it's just like, Mrs. Mrs. Rosenbaum, school teacher, 4th grade.
Yeah, right. For decades, scientists have studied animals living in or near the Chernobyl nuclear power plant to see how increased levels of radiation affect their health, growth, and evolution. A study analyzed the DNA of 302 feral dogs living near. And it's funny, like, you would think that, humans can't go anywhere near the power plant even now unless they have like 4 layers of radiation suit. But, a fucking bird can fly by and they're fine. I don't get it.
Yeah, but are they?
Yeah. A study analyzed the DNA of 302 feral dogs living near the power plant, compared the animals to others living 10 miles away, and found remarkable differences. Remarkable.
Ba-ba.
While the study doesn't prove that radiation is the cause of these differences, the data provides an important first step in analyzing these irradiated populations and understanding how they compare to dogs living elsewhere. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, so did they have like extra long, like canine fangs, like a saber-toothed tiger?
You're going to be let down, right? It's going to be like their hair was 13 centimeters longer. Back to you.
Oh no!
All right.
No, no X-ray vision.
I don't know. It says animals of all kinds have thrived in humanity's absence. So they're basically saying that we should just blow up all the nuclear power plants, and so the animals can live without humans. I think is what
Do
they're
they
saying.
jump higher? Can they leap over like a building or something?
Yeah, let's scroll down. Let's see what they got for. Let's see. There's nothing there. Nothing.
I want
there.
their abilities now.
I'm looking for abilities. All right. Scroll down. Scroll
I'm not going to
down.
be disappointed. It's going to be something fascinating.
All right.
And we just never heard of it
Okay.
yet.
This made scientists ponder: could something similar be happening to the Chernobyl wild dogs?
I like to call them feral dogs. The wild dogs have that marketed. So
Yeah, Will Ferrell dogs is what I like to call them.
boom, nailed it.
Nice. All right.
I like to call them the
scroll.
Colin Farrell dog.
I like to call him Colin
Oh,
Firth
good
dog.
day
It's
to
like
you.
the one on the middle.
Nice.
All right. All right. Scroll down. I'm not seeing anything here. We know, for example, exposure to high doses of radiation can introduce instability for the chromosomal level on down. Oh, great. They all have Down syndrome.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, those poor dogs. I'll go
right.
save everyone. Can you imagine I have a freaking farm full of Down syndrome dogs? God, would that be fucking frustrating.
It was also the name of my band in high school.
I loved you guys.
Yeah. You played guitar in DSD, the first album, remember?
I played through 3. I played through 3 Headed Pup. And then after you did Real Dog Leg Left, I ended up leaving due to contractual issues.
Yeah.
But go on.
Okay. Despite a current lack of firm conclusions, that's a new word, conclusions, the study has once again shown that by all rights should be a wasteland has become an unparalleled scientific opportunity to understand radiation and its impact on natural evolution. Okay, scroll down. Oh my God, it's the end of the story. Nothing happened.
It's not fair, man.
It's not.
Again, do me a favor. Get one of these dogs on the phone, please. Let's see. Again, and if you do, we know that's one of the things that they've advanced to. They can talk on the phone.
No. Hello, I am Doug.
Yeah. Oh, hi. You feel any different than a regular dog?
I don't know what regular dogs feel like. I just woof and I poop. Do regular dogs poop and woof? That's what I do.
Yeah, that's all you do. Do you like? I don't know. Do you like poop bombs or something like that? Do they explode like something like a superhero?
What are you retarded? I do not poop bomb. That would be very uncomfortable.
Right.
Woof.
Right. Right. How
And-
long do you think this dog has improv skills for?
I don't know. We're going to give it a test. We're going to try. I just want to eventually hump your leg. That's where I'm going with all this whole thing.
way to way to go. That was a good one. Kept it, kept it kind of clean, a little hacky, but
Yeah. Eventually, it's
That's
going to
fine.
end up into the insult dog. So,
But no. Eventually, as soon as you humped my leg, you know what I mean. Whoa. Yeah. You were there. Let's just say.
no. So
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I was disappointed in it. Well, actually, I knew it was going to be a clickbait sort of a story anyway. But
But they're fun. I like
Yeah.
them. They're fun.
um,
Don't you want to know where Natalie Bertinelli is right now? Come on. Of course you do.
I don't even know who that is.
Married to Eddie Van Halen.
You mean Valerie
Um,
Bertinelli?
What did I say?
Natalie.
I don't know. I don't think so, man.
You don't think so? What?
I don't think I said Natalie. I think I
You
said
said
Mallory.
Natalie.
I did?
Yeah, you said Natalie.
All right, we'll have to listen back.
I think you were talking about Natalie Holloway, and you were sad on her disappearance.
I'm sad when anybody disappears, but there's nothing to do with this.
You didn't give a fuck about the kid that killed himself.
Who said I didn't? I did too. I felt bad. What
All
are you
right,
talking
run
about?
back the tape. Run back the tape.
The kid, again, I'm mad at AI. I'm not mad at the kid. So that's the bottom line. I'm not mad at the kid. Hey,
Yeah.
unrelated. When are you? We have two guests that are coming on fairly soon. So we're getting the guy to go over the Gobekli template and
The I'm sorry. The what?
Gobekli template.
Gobekli Tepe.
Tempe. Don't, bro. You know my
I'm
mouth is
trying
lazy
to help
today.
you out.
Your ass. I told you about it. What are you talking about?
Right. Well, it took me 20 minutes to Google it. Because,
Gobekli tempe. I've been dealing with it forever.
yeah, Gobi Teki. I got it.
Gobekli tempe.
Yeah, go get a bagel. I got it.
Starving over here.
What do you like on your bagel?
Toasted buttered bagel is
Well
great.
toasted, right?
Pardon?
Well toasted.
Yeah, again, but I don't want it burnt. So toasted buttered bagel. I like cream cheese on a bagel, cream cheese and jelly on a bagel. Don't get it ever.
Cream
but
cheese
it
and
tastes so
jelly.
good.
Interesting.
Oh, I would love that right now. Only because I haven't had it probably in a very long time. But again, I don't like bagels anyway. Let me rephrase that. Not that I don't like bagels. Bagels don't like me. It's very tough on my stomach. You know.
Really?
Yeah. As I'm older, bagels they kind of get me sick. And again, it didn't matter. But now I'm just like, man, it's really not good for you. You know. So I don't eat them very often.
When you get a breakfast sandwich, do you go for the English muffin? Do you go for bread? What do you do?
I go for maybe a roll,
Oh, like
Like
a
a
hard
Kaiser-
roll?
like a-
Yeah.
a hard roll, Kaiser roll, whatever you call it.
What's
you know.
interesting is that the ingredients are relatively the same of a bagel. I'm surprised that there's something with a bagel that bothers you.
It's lighter. It's very much lighter. Airier, in my opinion. Again, doesn't bother me as much.
Okay. So you get a breakfast sandwich, a nice warm breakfast sandwich. What kind of a meat do you choose?
I usually do. I used to always do bacon, egg, and cheese. Always bacon, egg, and cheese. Now I'll do ham, egg, and cheese. Never sausage, egg, and cheese ever.
Is it a stomach thing again, or
No,
don't like
your ass.
sausage?
No, just don't like breakfast sausage.
Really?
Don't.
Hmm.
Don't like my sausage patty at all, ever.
You prefer a link, or
Always.
just no sausage at all?
Either no breakfast is not no sausage ever at breakfast
Okay.
ever.
So your ideal breakfast sandwich, nice warm bacon, well done, a little
If I
crispy
did
but
bacon,
not
yeah.
burnt, right?
Or thin fried ham
Sure.
on bacon, yeah, thin fried ham, egg, Now, if I'm doing an omelet, I'm going, American or cheddar, and I'm doing, peppers, onions, and then either ham
Okay.
or bacon chop. Never both. Why do you have to be a gabon?
Well, again, we're deviating. We're just talking about a breakfast sandwich. Okay. So you're doing an over hard egg or scramble, like a folded egg.
Yeah, I go through stages. Sometimes I prefer scrambled, and sometimes I go with sometimes I don't even say. And if you
Yeah.
don't say, you get a fried egg.
So you toast the hard roll. Are you buttering the hard roll?
I would love it.
Okay.
I would absolutely love it. I've said before when even if I'm ordering it on a toasted buttered roll, please.
Okay. So here we go. Toasted butter roll,
Mm,
a scrambled egg,
yeah.
a nice thin piece of boar's head ham.
Oh man,
Nice. How great would that be right now since you're so hungry?
God, I want that right now. Oh man, do I want it?
What are you gonna have to drink with it?
I don't know. What do you offer?
Well, we've got water, we've got coffee.
Nah.
Um,
Maybe a nice cup of coffee wouldn't hurt. Add to the. I like it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got orange juice, but I don't think you're. It may have pulp, so I know you're not into that.
You know what? I can filter the pulp out with my teeth. Not a big deal.
You're
I've
gonna
come.
chew the pulp a little bit.
Yeah, as an adult, I've moved on to I filter it out with my teeth, and then I go and chew it up at the end. Depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
As a kid, never pulp. You pulp me as a kid. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. You never as a kid. Never go pulp.
Okay.
I went pope. Never pulp.
Mm.
Yeah. You ever watch that one of the greatest movie, The Pulp of Greenwich Village?
I haven't.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's great. Never mind.
They took my thumbs, Charlie.
Yeah, but I wanted to do something with orange juice related, and I couldn't
Oh.
think of it. That's why I bailed quick.
Oh, okay. All right.
They took my juicer, Charlie. Yeah, something I just couldn't think of it.
All right. All right.
Which is why I don't say things.
So anyway, I really hope that you at some point very soon get to have that wonderful breakfast sandwich because I know you're
Again,
hungry.
I've been very fortunate that Deb makes me amazing breakfast sandwiches. It's one of the best things that I sometimes like. She lives right by the 10th hole when I'm playing. Whoa! By the 10th hole when I'm making the turn. She said, text me when you're making the turn. Boom! She comes out with a fucking egg sandwich. And
That's great.
it's the best. And sometimes she again, it's the flavors because I don't know what she does. And she won't tell me because I know it's probably some fancy little ethnic thing that she throws in there. She knows that if she told me, I'd be like, oh come on, what are you gonna put? I'm making this up. Paprika into the thing. But whatever she does, she knows the flavors they get together, and it's the best freaking thing in the world.
Yeah, you had said something about stuffed peppers the other day, and I was like, oh god, I haven't had a stuffed pepper in so long.
Yeah, yeah. I told her, I think like I said, I messed that up a little bit. I got the
The lean.
too lean. Yeah, I got the light blue instead of the dark blue packaging.
Well,
But
that's
there,
on you.
again,
That's on you.
that is on me. It was on me.
Yeah.
Do you like stuffed peppers?
I haven't had them in a long time, but I know I used to. And if not to disparage who made them the last time, but I'm sure if they were made properly, I'd like them even more.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes great stuffed peppers. You like them? My sisters, they're pretty good. They're okay. And then I
Now,
don't think of
is she halving them the long way, or is she cutting the top off and stuffing the whole pepper?
cutting the top off and stuff in the whole pepper.
Okay, because I've seen them both ways.
Yeah, I've never done the halfy. You know what I mean? But sounds good. But I'm cutting it again. It's just so good. Meaning the flavor, like when all the flavoring comes together on that bite, and then when you cut it and you get the pepper, you get the rice, you get the meat, you get the cheese, everything is just like, oh my fucking Yo, I'm so hungry. How much time do we have left? I love the show, but I got to eat. I'm dying.
Yeah, I know. I'm torturing you with food talk. Is the whole point of this.
Oh my god, God, that's so good.
All right, so we got two other quick things, and then we can go. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna have to eat.
All right.
Okay.
So you wanted to know a little bit more about the lamb chop. Again, I don't mean to bring up food. A delicious lamb chop. We're not talking about a delicious, nicely cooked lamb chop with a little rosemary thing on the side, just to kind of give it a little bit of spice. Sherry Lewis and lamb chop. I did a little digging.
Whoa! Oh, okay. Because she's dead, and I figured that's kind of why would you dig up a corpse? Is your face frozen? Oh my god! I think he has Bell's palsy.
It's some kind of palsy. So
How about my cottony? Palsy. Never mind. Go ahead, just go.
So apparently, Sherry Lewis's daughter Mallory Bertinelli, Mallory Lewis, is now doing things, doing shows and whatnot with not only Lamb Chop but some of the other characters that accompanied Lamb Chop during its run of, I think,
Beef,
35 years. They said
lamb chop, and beef,
yes, Lamb Chop and beef.
and their little friend
Delicious beef.
Poultry Patricia.
It's what's for dinner.
The other white meat. The thing is this. I don't think that this puppet's probably been thrown around. I want to know where the original puppet is.
The original puppet is at Mallory Lewis's house, and she plays with it and talks to it like it's her brother or sister. And she plays with the original Lamb Chop with her son. She's a single mom, of course. And she actually let me pull up a quote because I did keep
a whack job.
It says, "I noticed that you speak about Lamb Chop as if she were alive. You realize it's a puppet, right?" And she wrote, this is her quote: "It? Did you just call her an it? She wouldn't like that. Yes, of course I know she's a puppet. I'm not actually insane, but she is alive to me and to her fans. I know that I do her." Whoa. "But, and this is hard to explain, I grew up with her as my sister, and Lamb Chop is very real character, very real to me."
Now, Lamb Chop, be a good girl and go get mommy another glass of wine, will you?
Yeah. So another question. I heard that the Smithsonian wants to provide a permanent home for Lamb Chop. Is that true? Yes.
Let it go. Please let it go.
But she wasn't ready to go. The Smithsonian is for retired puppets. Lamb Chop still has an active career and no retirement plans. She lives with my son and me in Malibu. I take very good care of her. She sleeps in her favorite sheet bag in my closet. Not crazy. She's not. She's sane.
Yeah, meanwhile, you walk in a garage and things used as like a freaking a head cover for one of her golf clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a charitable take, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the woman just...
Does she have any sons?
Looks like an absolute freak. No, she just... one son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll be used inappropriately at some point.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, the woman's just. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, again,
I'm just gonna send you a picture of her so you have an idea of what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's on the.
Okay, let me look at this whack job. I'm a little behind on the.
Well, I just sent it to you on your phone too. So.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, her face looks like a piece of construction equipment.
Oh my god! What the? Yeah. Oh my god, that is not. Yo, she looks like a puppet herself.
Yeah.
You know, she looks like somebody went to like. Oh, she looks like she belongs in like a wax museum.
Yeah, she looks like her parents were John Tesh and Ronald Macdonald.
Oh my God. Yeah, and where is she televised? Where do I see it?
Where do you see the actual shows? I think she does
Yeah.
like private shows and whatnot.
No, oh, okay. So she doesn't have like a deal.
No, I don't believe so.
Hmm. All right. Nice. Text from
Yeah,
my
she
little
writes
girl.
books and whatnot too. So there's that. All
Of
right.
course she does.
So the last thing I want to talk about is, um, obviously with the Epstein thing. Apparently, there's been a little bit of a rift developing in the DOJ, specifically between Cash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi. So we're going to pull up that story. And again, I don't know how much of it is performative, just to to sort of save face on the on the side of like Cash and Bongino, but again, Pam Bondi's
And
got to
then
go. She's just
and
fucking terrible.
and it would be throwing her under the bus, right?
Yeah, where she well deserves
Oh,
to be.
I agree. I
So
agree.
it says FBI's Dan Bongino clashes with AG Bondi over handling of the Epstein files. Scroll down just a little bit. So says FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino took a day off from work on Friday after clashing at the White House with Attorney General Pam Bondi over their handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. 4 sources familiar with the conflict told Axios. Scroll down, please. Oh, that's all we got. All right, so let me just I'll pull it up over here. That's fine. I'm over here now.
Get over here. Where are you? Over there?
I'm over here. All right, so um, it says actually, let me pull it up in the other thing.
Again, we talked about how Cash and Dan both looked like they were, like a hostage in um, speech they were giving.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, we said this I think on episode 1 or 2. I mean, look, man, I really believe in Dan Bongino's integrity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Again, whether I agree or disagreed with anything from baseball to policies to anything is not the point. I do believe he has he's an honest and he has good intentions.
Right. Yeah. Again, I'm keeping my powder dry on who's right on this, because I agree with you. There's another shoe to drop, I think.
Well, and again, I don't know why they. If I had to, first of all, this might not be a spin. This very well, could be. And again, it's not like nobody's said this or talked about it, but they should just say he was a freaking CI, or a spy, another spy,
Asset.
an asset, and that's why we changed our tune. We learned a lot more than we thought at the time.
Yeah.
But this other approach of like pretend it didn't happen is absolutely ridiculous, and somebody's got to go. It's embarrassing, this administration, by trying to make fools of us.
Yeah, and the other thing that Tucker had pointed out, and of course, stupid Ben Shapiro took him at his word, like he was being serious. But Tucker's like, well, I mean, if there isn't, nobody else involved, and there is no clients, and there are no other co-conspirators, then Jeffrey Epstein's innocent, right? If there's no clients and there's nobody helping him out, so what is he in trouble for?
Yeah, I don't understand his point.
Well, my point is that if
Not your point, his point.
well, Tucker's point,
Yeah.
again, he's just pointing out, he's like saying that, okay, so if there was no clients because you don't have a client list,
Mm-hmm.
and there are no other people that are being charged at all.
All right, but then, he still had all these girls come in. Then he did it for himself. Is my point. But I'm just saying, he did have a client list. So it's stupid to say. You know
Well,
what I mean?
again,
But I don't think Tucker's point proves anything because they'll just say, oh, okay, well, it was just for him.
again, but Tucker's just saying that, if there is no further crimes and there is no clients and there is no, because again, that's what they're saying, that there's, there's nobody else is being prosecuted for it, then, well, what is he in
Then what
trouble
is
for? Because obviously there is clients, there are other people, and he is guilty. But the way that they're painting it, well, we're not going to charge anybody else. Nobody else is at fault.
how could they and how do they even how could they say that when someone's doing 20 years in prison for being a part of it? Right? I don't get that. How the fuck?
Well, and again,
Ridiculous.
and obviously they're bringing these girls to nobody because nobody else is involved.
Right? Like what's the charges on Ghislaine? What's it? Ghislaine? What's the Maxwell?
Yeah, transporting for the purpose of prostitution or something like that.
Okay, so I guess you don't necessarily need clients ahead of time as far as her charge goes.
Right.
You know. Okay, I guess that. I mean, it's obvious, but
Yeah, and again,
I was
obviously Tucker was being hyperbolic, but just pointing out the fact that, well, if you're not going to charge anybody else, there's nobody else involved, then obviously there's no crime.
right. And I was just trying to think of how legally they would say, how they would counter that because again, this is I just can't even believe that it's real life. The way that they're trying to all of a sudden just make it go away is insane to me.
Well, I mean,
There's so many different options that they could have went.
yeah, but you know, Michael Knowles made a good point. He's like, if you really think that the global hegemon of America is, going to just tell you exactly how they do things, then you're probably the fool too to think that it was ever going to come out to begin with.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So anyway,
well, I'll tell you, it's fucking. There's so many crazy things going on that I wanted to tackle. Even but I didn't. We're not doing like a very newsy or political, I should say, political show at all tonight. But I do want to get more into again, Israel and America. Obviously not now, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So
for sure. And we will maybe tackle that tomorrow, depending on what the news brings and what Footer Bear wants to talk about.
Tim Kennedy lied.
He's an ace.
All right, thanks everybody. Thank you, Jen Ramona, my man, my partner,
and let's thank LAMBCHOP here
and Lammy. Good old LAMBCHOP. Fire up the grill. We're having pork chops.
What do you have?
Copperhead Road podcast live on Rumble. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and everybody have a great evening. Good night.